Hey, good morning, world. I am back with another Memoir Minute where you can learn how to write memoir 1 minute at a time. I'm Allie. I'm an international book coach and ghostwriter, and I'm an award-winning author. And I have been doing a few of these videos lately on questions you should be asking yourself before you jump on the memoir writing path. Today, I want to talk about the question, am I willing to turn my big bad into a three-dimensional character? Now, in like lots of comic books and graphic novel lore, we've got the big bad, which is like the villain, right? The main villain of the hero. And in our own personal lives, as we're writing memoir, there might be people, um, there might be specific people who we kind of see as the villain of our story. It doesn't mean that there aren't memoirs about circumstances or situations or settings or environments that create conflict and adversity, but a lot of us also have certain people in our life who are particularly challenging, problematic, or maybe even abusive, that we're going to write about in our memoir. While that brings up a whole other separate kind of thing about the legality of writing about people who might still be alive, really the main thing that we want to focus on today is whether or not you're going to be willing to provide to them, these big bads, these villains, the same grace and three-dimensional look as you are with yourself. In the last video, we talked about the fact that you need to be able to paint yourself as a full dimensional being on the page. You're a human, which means you're not perfect and you're not wholly good all of the time or always making the right decisions. Similarly, even the people who might have been our biggest adversaries in our life at various times are not wholly bad, which means that they also have to show up on the page with redeemable characteristics and can't just be all pure evil all of the time, even if you feel like they're pure evil. You can still get your reader to understand that they are the problem or a part of the problem while still giving them something redeemable to be a full presentation of their whole humanity on the page. And of course, we could spend minutes and moments and hours talking about how to do that, how to make them feel like a whole being on the page while also making sure that your reader doesn't start to side with them or sympathize with them too badly. But you still have to be willing to create a full picture of this human in the book in order for the reader to understand that you're coming into this story that you're telling about your life with objectivity and distance and reflection and insight to understand that you're not a perfect angel and they're not a perfect devil. And there is some middle ground for both of you in your own humanity as a person. So chew on that for a little bit. And if you've got questions or comments, post them below with this video. If you'd like to have a chat to talk about this further or to dive into any of the other questions that I've posed in these last few weeks about getting started with the memoir, I would love to speak with you. So if you're interested in a story stroll, which is a 20-minute one-to-one conversation with me where we can talk about your book one-to-one, I'd be happy to set that up with you. Just send me a private message or drop into the comments that you're interested in speaking, and we will set that up and we'll get talking about that story that you want to write. All right, folks, that's it for this week for the Memoir Minute, and I will be back again with another question next week.